What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Godly Potential YouTube channel. This video, me talking about a topic I believe that I've spoken on before. Not too sure, but if I have spoken on it, just know that I'm about to speak on it again from a different perspective, from a different frequency, with different ideas and analogies about it. Topic of how to begin to love yourself, how to love yourself. The reason why I want to talk about this is because you see it a lot. Like, people just don't love themselves, and they are aware of it, and then they ask the question, how do you begin to start doing that? So I decided that I would think about it to see if I could come up with an answer. And as I was pondering it, the thing that popped up in my head was, I remember when I was younger, my mom, she asked us if we wanted to get a new puppy, and I didn't want a fucking new dog. We already had one, it died, and I was good on that. I was like, if you get one, I'm not going to take care of it or whatever. Anyways, long story short, she ends up getting a dog because my little sister wanted it, and I end up falling in love with this dog pretty much, or not falling in love, but loving this dog. And the more I looked at this example, I was wondering why. Like, how did I develop love for this animal? And I came up with two reasons, and you can apply this to yourself as well. First reason was, I looked at this puppy as being small and vulnerable, but the important part is I looked at it as something that I had to take care of. It was my responsibility to take care of this animal. It's difficult to not love something when you have to take care of it, you know, when you feel responsible for it. So the first thing, beginning to love yourself, is you gotta look at yourself as someone that you're responsible for taking care of, just like if it was a child or a new animal. So first thing, look at yourself as someone you're responsible for taking care of. That's the first step. Because when you do that, you will no longer put up with shit. Because let's say you had a child you're responsible for taking care of, and the child was getting bullied, was getting talked down to, you would not stand for it. So because you're responsible for it and you love this kid, the same thing is going to happen about yourself. When you talk down to yourself, when other people talk down to you, you will begin to stand up for yourself. You will no longer talk down on yourself, because you wouldn't do it to a child that you love. Like, a sign of lack of self-respect and a lack of self-love is not standing up for yourself. I don't think a lot of people realize this. The fact that you stand up for yourself says that you care about yourself. You are responsible for your well-being. Because if someone was picking on your child or your sibling or a pet, you wouldn't stand for it. You'd stick up. You'd speak against the injustice, even if your voice was fucking shaking, you know? You still stick up for it. Like, there's parents that stand in front of fucking crocodiles and lions and shit to save the child, knowing damn well that they will be either killed or seriously injured. But it doesn't matter, because they're responsible for it, and they will put themselves in harm's way to protect it. So first thing is, look at yourself as someone that you are responsible for taking care of. First thing. Second thing I was looking at was the fact that this little puppy, right? It just exudes the frequency of love, you know? That frequency. It gives off that frequency of love. And when something or someone gives off that frequency, you can't help but get on that frequency as well, because that frequency supersedes all other frequencies. Fear, hate, envy, it supersedes all of that. So, how can you apply this to developing self-love? Begin to put yourself on that frequency of love, loving other things. Once you start to love other things, you're gonna begin to emit that frequency. The more and more you emit that frequency, the more you're gonna be in that energy, and you're not gonna, you can't help but to begin to live on that frequency. It's like the frequency that we are exposed to on the daily is the frequency that we will begin to take on. It's just like with proximity. When you're around somebody who has a certain energetic level, let's say they're a goofy person, right? They're always happy and shit. When you're around them, you start to feel better. You start to feel more happy and go lucky and shit, because you are beginning to take on that frequency, those traits and that vibration. So begin to surround yourself with things that you love on a daily basis. And that is how you begin to love yourself. First, look at yourself as someone that you got to take care of. Second, put yourself on the frequency of love. Because just like the incident with the puppy, like, it just gave off that frequency. So you can't help but return that frequency. After you've been around it for some time, then you begin to take on that frequency. But that is all for that topic. Hope that it helps how to begin to love yourself. If it did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you feel like the video could help others, share this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you got any ideas, suggestions on other videos that I may have a different perspective on, be sure to leave it in the comments. Send me an email at mygodlypotential.com. DM me on Instagram, whatever. But hope that it helps. Until next time, peace.